Good evening, everyone, and welcome to MarketWatch 360 and our weekly show. And tonight, we're at LV Mar in downtown Redwood City with Chef Manuel. And this is actually our first time doing live at the spot. And I hope that everything goes well. And and join us and enjoying this restaurant atmosphere and the culture and the vivid everything here. And let's get started. Before we go into business, Manuel, would you like to share with us about your story and how you get this restaurant business started?
Of course. Well, thank you, and thank you for having me for tonight. And hi to everyone. So yeah, we start back my career. It's really long. It's almost 25 years of cooking in different places in the area. Uh, Owning restaurants, it's a story that started 9 years ago with La Viga restaurant here in Redwood City. It's a restaurant that's focused towards Mexican seafood cuisine. The Albi Mark came right after, like a year later. It happened really quick. And it was because we wanted to move La Viga to a better spot. And we ended up making a new concept, which is now the Albi Mark, focused on Latin American tapas and cocktails in that town. And a year ago, we just opened in San Agus in Palo Alto, which is focused on Mexican, like a Ciro Mexico street food, along with high-end cocktails. So, it has been a long career. It's still really strong. It's still up and kicking, after this whole pandemic. But yeah, we're happy to, be back on our feet and keep moving forward.
Yeah, it's great to see a small business like yours is still like thriving during pandemic. Tell us a little bit how was your business prior to pandemic?
Well, prior to pandemic, things were great. A lot of corporate events. I think that's what's different from now. We had our community supporting, all the locals, all the people working in downtown coming in to get a cocktail, grab a taco, an appetizer, a tapa, and everything was great. We were living a honeymoon before, and we had plans of opening a new restaurants back in 2019. That's when we signed the lease for the Palo Alto location. And suddenly, early on 2020, things started changing, like big time. So things were great. And again, we had plans to open a new restaurant. And, so everything was great.
Yeah, I understand. So when COVID hit, what are the immediate actions you take and to save your business to make sure that you maintain the same level of the business and the service?
I started La Viga from scratch. It was a small restaurant that needed good food and needed good service. So I took over that location, and I started small. It was myself, it was another chef, it was a server, and an assistant. We were like 3 or 4 people back then, 2012 when we opened La Viga. So when the first shutdown came, we had to become smaller. So the first thing we did is let's just reduce the team. Of course, cut every possible code that we had back then that wasn't needed. and then start back up again. So from a team of 55 employees we had at the beginning of the pandemic, we went down to
To
four,
only
four,
four, from 50 to four.
four.
Wow.
So between two restaurants, we only kept one open, which was La Viga, which was most of that restaurant has been always appealing to the to-go business. So we closed El Mar for a month. We focused on La Viga. Only four people managed that place until we got it going. And then, of course, as I said, we came to reopen Almar and we started adding some of the people. After we knew what was going on and how we could, what we could do, what we could not. And that's how we started the pandemic. It was super sad, to hand out checks because everyone needed a job back then. That was the difference. Businesses are meant to turn money into more money in profits. And back then, it wasn't that possible. So we needed to start from scratch right when we opened the Viga.
It was back to the beginning.
It was back to the beginning. Me cooking behind the stove, me washing the dishes, me cooking, like cleaning the stove, cleaning the grill, sweeping and mopping.
You do everything.
Pretty much. We had to. Otherwise, there was no help back then. PPPs came after the county grants and all the help that came after. Right at the beginning, it was horrible. I never did something like that. So it was scary. It was unpredictable. It wasn't happy. It wasn't fun. But the only thing that came to my mind is like, well, let's start over. Let's start from scratch and let's start building up from it. And then, that's how we start. And that's how we, I think that's what helped me to succeed. Because, otherwise you burn all your savings, your money, your resources. And at the end, you cannot, succeed. You cannot survive. So, that was what we did right at the beginning.
Okay. Just take immediate actions and then just pivot and to survive.
Very much.
But I'm impressed because every Mar is not just surviving, but as everybody can tell and from the show that it's pretty busy tonight actually. And you can see the inside. Actually, they have outside seating as well. So if you, by any chance, stop by Redwood City, and I think LV Mar will bring a very nice and fine Mexican dining experience to you. And so, which is, for me, it's success. So tell us what made the difference between the business like yours, which is still thriving, versus the business was closed permanently.
Now, of course, as I mentioned, some actions definitely. Also, teamwork. Since you have a less, since you have less staff, you have to do too many things at once. You need to delegate. There were partners, family members, everyone trying to help. The community, from the local government, the county to the federal one, which of course support us financially with grants and help, and that really makes a difference. And I don't think any business will do it without that type of support, or even, maybe they have like a lot of cash in the banks. They will be able to survive, but without the community, business is not so bad. We our community here in Redwood City is so great. I mean, like uh, since we reopened and we started selling to go, they were coming in, buy things, to take home, to enjoy at home. Uh, right when we reopened to dining, they were here supporting us. And so, I mean, Redwood City is such a bright, vibrant city. The country it's great. I mean, we have so much good people here, always supporting, always giving you your time and trying you to succeed. So at the end, the success is for everyone.
Yeah, just reaching out to this community.
Like reaching out to the community, teamwork, all the, I mean, that's pretty much what helped us to keep going.
So, did the consuming habits change during pandemic?
Yes, of course. During pandemic, like everyone wanted to dine outdoors. Everyone was scared of the indoors. Yeah, I mean the feeling was, uncertainty was. They didn't feel safe. Like everyone.
They take out more.
Yes, they cared. They cared more. They were watching. Everyone was like using sanitizer or washing their hands or using gloves, and so everybody was scared. Like now, people come in, they are vaccinated. Not only young people, but like old people, they come in and they sit down and they thank us for being open and for coming back, and you just feel the need of enjoying of going back to normal. So definitely during pandemic, I looked at it was a feeling again, like everyone was playing safety, and now everyone is just tired. They just want to go out, enjoy life, go back to normal, and keep going with their lives. Yeah.
Yeah. So, did you try to do different ways to market the business? In pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, we try everything from like do it yourself, kids, to sell to go boxes, to donate, to serve the clinics, the first line responders. We try so many things, and the community, as I mentioned, they also support us with not only money grants but orders. Like our local chamber made a program, and right there they help us to get money into our accounts, to pay for food that could be delivered to local hospitals that were catching all those COVID cases right at the beginning. Uh, like private companies, like our neighbors here, everyone was so involved and willing to help us. So they were contacting us, paying for food, so it could be delivered to local, not only hospitals, but like, local community centers, local organizations. So they were helping us and they were helping others. So there was a lot of help. So yeah, we were marketing on everywhere possible, social media, friends, giving out coupons, inviting everyone to come, changing our system, our model. So selling individual boxes to selling now family plans, so they could enjoy at home with all the family. So yeah, it was a constant
Change.
change, and of course constant reopening and then closing and only doing outdoors and then going back and doing 25% and 50% and then closing again in December. So I mean, it was
Back and forth.
back and forth. Probably that's another action that we took. I mean, you got to be able to, you got to be so flexible, able to adjust, to pivot, to adjust as quick as possible. Otherwise, habits changes. The way that customers, you can reach out to customers, is going to change. So you have to act really quick. Yeah, I mean, in order to be big, you gotta be small, and probably that's what helped me a lot. Be able to, look back and say, well, I did that already. Let me go and do that, and then start growing, and start expanding, and start going back up on the field and serve everyone.
Yeah. So you mentioned about social media marketing, right? So far, what marketing strategy do you think is the most effective way, or do you think is working on your business?
Well, definitely. I mean, you need to have a community. You need to have your community so you can give them value. Value
Right.
not only on the food and the service that you produce, but in content that you produce. We're always innovating. I mean, I'm a creative chef, so Elma is a really good example of it. Like, yes, we do have a quesadilla, but the quesadilla it's triple. It's a little bit different, able to not only to look great, but to taste great. So,
Right.
so we're always innovating, we're always creating, we're always giving out content and value. All the products and ingredients that we get, we go for the best quality possible and natural organic.
Right.
So you need to promote that. You need to let people know that that's what you have here, that's what you do, and keep expanding your community. Not only through the social media networks, but and the people that visit you on every day. The best market is people that come in and they taste your food, they taste your service, your drinks, and they go home and tell 1,000 people.
Yeah, but do you think that it is more necessary for restaurants that to have more exposure online?
Yes, I know it's necessary. Otherwise you are there, but no one knows about you. So yeah, you have to expose yourself. It's like what we're doing right now.
Right, and during pandemic, when people rarely step into the restaurant in person, right? Most of them just ordering everything.
I'm so happy for some chefs that really turn this thing around and going live on their networks and do cooking and be able to make money off it. Because one thing is make content and have it there and have everyone enjoy it and learn from it. Another thing is make money of it, and someone pay for it. And I really applaud those chefs that they were able to do that. Some of us we took different directions and did some other things, and some of them were more aggressive, I would say, or just took it more like like more steps above. But that's great. But now we're back on second, back on what the original business is, service, hospitality, and now I'm a Republican. They can have time to do that as well. See, now it's busy. You got to be able to deliver
the standard, right?
the standard. Yes. The problem is that you give on the cookie show. Now you have to to manage businesses. And nowadays, staffing is an issue. Price of products it's an issue. And now everyone wants to come in and enjoy and everything. But now they have to pay a little bit more for what they're doing, and they also have to wait a little bit more. Because sometimes you don't have a server, you don't have a cook, and you are super busy. It's a really bad mix. But I mean, that's a good problem.
Right,
Be
right,
busy, and we'll get there.
right. And yeah, I agree with you. I believe that business is all about building connections and making relationships. And either you're making relationship with your clients on site or building relationships online. And you mentioned that some of the chefs that they do online classes, they interacted with their audiences online, and that's one of the ways that they can continue getting themselves more exposure and building the sustainable relationship in the long run. And now I also agree with you that everything is slowly back to normal, but you want to make sure that you deliver what you promised to your customers.
Exactly, and that's what's most important to me. I mean,
Right,
if I'm not able to deliver my promise, which is serve creative, like here at Elma, which is serve uh, creative Latin American food and cocktails, and give out great service. I mean, my customers are going to pay me,
yeah,
and eventually, business is going to go down.
right,
Right now our focus is to keep up with our service, with our standards, and increase them. Like always, I'm always striving. I'm that type of chef that if it's not broken, let's break it and make it better. And some people might say something about that, but hey, that's life. And ultimately, you
right.
have to enjoy what you do. You have to try what you
You have to fight.
you have to find, you have to, ideas that you have to test it. Otherwise, it's just boring. Like people tell me, like, you shouldn't reply, you should make this restaurant, franchise it or make another Viga in another city. Like, there are so much to do. There are more ideas to,
Yeah,
I'm like, yes, I will the restaurant, but I will not name it Viga. I will not name it Albemarle because
you want to keep the standard. You want to keep the quality.
I want to keep the quality, but there are so many things that you can do. Like, for instance, I mean, I'm a thinker. I'm a chef that I'm always thinking, and I'm always planning on doing. And to me, creating it's in my veins. Probably that's my wife will tell me, but that's in my veins because I'm always occupied. I'm always busy doing something, breaking some things to make them better. And sometimes I don't have time for family or I don't have time for other things that are also important. But I'm doing
It's necessary.
what's more important, what makes me happy, what is my passion, which is serving people, cooking, preparing dishes, apporting to the community, making them. So it's really broad. I mean, that an entrepreneur does not only for themselves but for the community.
Yeah, that's probably one of the reasons that I see why your business is doing so good, while other business, they left the market forever. And I see you as a business owner, the strong character and the way that you doing business and the way you serve and really can be huge to the community and to your staff as well.
I think so. I agree.
Yeah, and then again, being creative and to keep up with the new normal, and also being open-minded. I can tell that you're also open-minded.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, life is so short, and goes really fast. So just you gotta do positive things. You gotta things that are good for everyone, and to serve. That's probably that's a good word to do. When you're able to serve, to do great things, and if you make some bad things, way, I mean that's great. But ultimately, uh, you, you gotta do what's right, and be a good person in this community.
Exactly. That's the mission why MarketWatch 360 is doing what we're doing today, and it's because we want to support and to help the local business to get more exposure and to let the community know and have more connection with the owner, and to let the community know that the heart of the business, and to see that how much work they have been doing behind the scene and how much effort they have been making and to serve the community. I hope everyone tonight that you're seeing what I'm seeing tonight. And do you have any advice for the other small business owners?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we need to keep fighting I mean, they need to keep fighting for the dreams. They need to keep fighting for what's right. They need to keep trying. And if they fail, they need to go back on their feet and keep and try again. Nothing is easy. Nothing is free. Everything has a price that you need to pay. And so keep trying, and just do what do what they love, and help each other. Help the community, help your neighbor, help whoever needs help. Your employee, your surveyor. We're such a good community that needs to be. Born together. We're no one without the other. So we need to help each other. So I'm not only a chef, not only an entrepreneur, but I'm also a husband. I have a family, and I'm a mentor. The same way that I was told one day, I want my staff to go and one day become either a restaurant owner, a business owner, a chef, whatever they want. But I'm here to help them, and hopefully, one day they can become someone.
Right, you're leading by example. So, what are the things that you're excited about post the pandemic, about the reopening?
I mean, business is just flourishing fast and furious. I mean, not only here at Albemarle, but La Viga and San Agus and Palo Alto, they are just packed. Like every night. People come in, they find a table, sometimes they have to wait, half an hour to an hour for a table. I mean, it's recommended to make a reservation before they go online, better. So I'm really happy. I'm really surprised for the coming back, the quick coming back that we are having in the restaurant industry, especially in our restaurants. I mean, it's just incredible. Late night. mean, a year ago, we were dark, we were quiet, and right now we're like not only booming, but we're skyrocketing. So it's those feelings are really, really happy about it.
Yeah, and so do you think that after pandemic, the way that you're serving the customers have changed a lot?
It changed through the pandemic. Nowadays, I feel that it's going back to normal. We still have a big community that hasn't come to work, which is the tech company, the corporations. They are still working from home, and some of them they live in there. I mean, which they can. But once those corporations come back to work, at whatever level, 20, 50, 75%. Not only restaurants, but businesses are going to go even busy. So, which my feelings is that, right now we're having pre-pandemic numbers already. So imagine when corporations come back, Facebook, Box, chats happen it's gonna be huge. So, as a business owner, I feel really positive. I feel really happy, and I just invite everyone to come over and visit us. They really, support you not only restaurants but the local businesses, and just go back. Get vaccinated. Go back to normal, so we can live COVID. I know COVID will be here forever, and we still need to be passionate about it. Play safe, do whatever needs to be done. But life keeps going. Right now, what's COVID? Who knows what's gonna be in a year, 2, 3 years? And but we need to be positive. We need to be you got to be able to get through it
Right.
and keep going with what you do.
Right. Do you think that the local small businesses need to think about how to do business in a hybrid way? What I mean is need to not just do walk-in business, but also figuring out the ways that to market themselves, build connections with their customers online as well.
Yes. Yeah, as life changes and we are getting through COVID, of course innovation changes too. And the way that we are reaching customers, it's not the same that was 10, 15 years ago. Before we were using penny savers, to let people know that we had an offer. Now we use social media or other platforms to let them know. Online ordering make it easier. The e-commerce has to be on everyone's website. For instance, we do have our online ordering system, so you can go order and pay, scan and pick it up, or have someone deliver it at your company, or go to the local companies, like delivery companies, that they can deliver. You order to them, they order to us, and you get the food back to you. So innovation, ways of people are getting the food is changing. So we also need to evolve with that. Even though I'm happy that I see a lot of people coming in, a lot of them are at home eating other people's food.
Yeah.
So we need to find ways of reaching them as well.
Right. And also having more interactions with them,
Exactly.
not just through ordering system or because through ordering system and delivery, there is no much connection. The connection needs to be safe, and the connection needs to feel it. We want people to see through the videos and through more like pictures and what are the chef have been doing back in the kitchen, and you wanted people to see the pictures of the food and not just the delivery the food, right?
So with that said, yeah, I mean there is a lot that can be done. As I said, our focus right now is to serve whoever is coming. Ultimately, we're a restaurant. We have a physical location, so we want them to come over. The online practices or new ways of, of course, we're considering. We haven't get that much to it for one thing or the other, but we're always looking for ways to entertain our customers.
Right.
For instance, like at LB every Friday, Saturday now, we have live bands coming in,
Wow.
play some salsa and some Latin jazz, some really nice music.
Every Friday,
Every
right?
Friday and Saturday. And here and there we also bring some DJs too and they play. We have limited capacity, so everyone have their table, self-distance. They enjoy our cocktails. We have a couple bites late at night, and we stay up night. Everything we do is to entertain our customers, give them a little something that they've been missing for the last year or so.
Yeah, right.
So, besides of serving food, serving cocktails, we're also, here every month it's an entertainment place.
Right.
Back in the old days, we used to do events like, we just bring them to a country, let's say Colombia, let's say Venezuela, let's say Brazil, and we used to have food from that particular place, bring a whole menu from that place, and bring entertainment, dancers, like tango dancers, and we stopped down for a little bit, but we're back doing that. Why? Because people want that. People need it. Everyone is bored of being at home, taking care of their child, screaming and fighting, and with the school computer. They want to live. They want to go out. They want to enjoy life. So
I think we're all tired of this whole pandemic thing, right?
So everybody, it's a good spot
For fun.
For fun. Have great food, great cocktails, entertain themselves on the weekend, late at night. Everything under safety, procedures, and we're ready to go back to normal. We're waiting for next Tuesday, next week to have the state reopen normal. Still with few restrictions here and there, but we're vaccinated, so we're safe, good to go. So it has been a rough 16 or so months.
Right. So if you're missing this great vibes, and if you're missing the beautiful music and being around with people, and make sure that you check out Elway Mar and Friday, tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow.
And tomorrow and Saturday. And they're gonna have a live band here, and you can not just enjoying the food, but also enjoying the environment and the great services as well. And so at the end of the show, do you have any suggestions to the local business, or do you have any words to the community?
Definitely. Well, thanks so much for everyone's support. Our local community, our local authorities, our county, big corporations, and of course the federal. Everything they did throughout the pandemic, support all the local businesses, and really help us to get through this. Advise us, make sure your books are organized, make sure everything it's paid, you report your taxes, everything is. So when something like this comes and you need to ask for help, you are able to get that help.
Right.
I mean, I saw a lot of our community that could not get any grants or loans or any money because their books were not done correctly in the past. So, I mean, just organize your books and
Right, organize your books and make sure that you're prepared and you're financially good, and also make sure that you're qualified for those support. Thank you so much, and for everyone who are with us tonight, and make sure that you check out Elway Mark tomorrow and Saturday, and to enjoying the music here and the beautiful food and services as well. And also for those of you who are still struggling and looking for support, and then make sure you click the button next to the screen. We have the application form. You can fill out the form and apply for a free business consultation. I hope you enjoying this show tonight, and thank you so much, Manuel, being our guest, and thank you for sharing, your success and your story with the community. And I wish you have a good night, and I will see you next Thursday. Bye.